Good morning. Today I'm going to talk about why pornography and how does someone become free. I preach what I know. I've been doing a ministry for over 5 years. Over 500 guys have come through the door with different addiction and brokenness, and in my own life, being addicted to pornography at one time and a lot of other things. And a lot of times we end up focusing on it coming from a behavior point of view rather than a value point of view. And what I've seen men that have truly become free is all of a sudden they understand what their value is and they're able to see the value of others. Someone that's watching pornography doesn't see their own value, and also they don't see the value of the person they're looking at. There's no value. It's just trying to fulfill some emptiness that we have inside of us. Rich Mullins said that anytime we do anything to corrupt our lives, we're doing it to comfort some ache or brokenness at a root level. And that's what we're doing. Apostle Paul in Ephesians 3 is praying for the Ephesians. And that is the source of freedom, because if they understand the fullness of God, I pray that you're rooted and grounded in the fullness of God, that you might understand how deep and how wide, that you are truly loved and accepted by God. If that is your core, right, then you're full with Him, then the behavior that comes out of your life will be like Him. But if not, we're filling our lives with all these different idols, trying to be complete because we're empty. So we're filling ourselves with all kinds of different things. Some harmful, some not, but it's still running to a false idol instead of being filled with the love, unconditional love of God. So Christianity at its core isn't praying a prayer and going to heaven someday. It's about us submitting our life to a loving God and us being transformed more and more into His image. And in that image, the stuff that used to own us doesn't anymore. So what I've seen guys that have truly become free, it's more about their value and their identity, and they understand who they are for the first time and whose they are. Now they're coming from that perspective instead of just not trying to do certain behavior. And think about that. Inside of the church, 70% of men struggle with pornography, right? They've really never, so we settle for a form of godliness, but we deny its power. The power comes in a submitted life to God, not incorporating Jesus into our life, right? And that's where the freedom comes. So we're led more by the Spirit of God than we are by the flesh. So that's what this whole thing is a lot of times we're focusing on trying to change things in the flesh instead of us submitting our life to God and us trusting in Him and us being changed more and more into His image. Why not pornography if you don't have any foundation of being rooted and grounded in the love of God? We're searching for fulfillment in our life, right? And where we need to get it is in Him and being united with Him. And that's what we were created for. We were created in the image of God. We were created to live in harmony with Him. We were created to be loved by Him and to love Him, right? It's beautiful. And that's what I've seen over and over again in guys that truly have experienced freedom in their life. It's not that they just pulled themselves up by their bootstraps and tried to behave better. They got down to the root of their identity and knew that they were truly loved and there was value in their life. And a woman that's in a relationship with someone that doesn't see his value and they don't see their own, they stay in that relationship a lot longer than they should, right? Because they don't see the beauty of what they were created for, who they are, whose they are. It's back to the same thing. But when we truly understand that, like today, I can't be hurt by people, I could hurt for people, right? There's a difference. Freedom from the bondage of self. And in that, man, what a way to live. Then you're able to just go throughout your day and just be loved rather than needing love and acceptance from all these other people, right? Anyway, I kind of diverted, but back to pornography. It's more a value thing to me than it is a behavioral thing. we're looking to fill a void in our life by running to pornography or alcohol or drugs or perfection as far as the way we look. We don't see the value that we already have that's in each one of us. May you experience the love of God in its fullness, and may that set you free. Not religion, but the fullness of God's love that'll change you forever. So you see your value and you see others' value. Then all of a sudden the behavior that you used to run to for temporary satisfaction that had guilt and shame and self-condemnation on the backside, you've been set free from. God bless you all.